Oh,
Mount Vesuvius.
last level.
Oh, man.
Last theoretical level.
It is the last level.
All 5 treasures.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Sorry, McDuck, but your meddlesome hands are tied up.
They're not even tied up. They're just being held.
Yeah. They're being held by the dumb one, the big dumb one, and...
No, that's it.
Yeah, the dumb one and the big dumb one. But then there's just the tired dumb one and the little dumb one. And the Beagle Boys are terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible villains.
They're...
Ma Beagle and Granddaddy Beagle. Those are the only ones that are any good. These are just the fucking mooks.
These are the kids of the generation that the old ones are disappointed in.
Yeah. And yet somehow, Scrooge, a guy who is capable of becoming the richest duck in the world, while still is somehow strong enough to just take over everything and fight magic-wielding people and all of this stuff, they can break into his
house. No problem. Despite the
house.
security system we clearly saw in the prologue.
Right, but it's easily defeatable, apparently. I mean, really, there would be no DuckTales.
He just said, "Quackaroony, kill me now."
Now I know how a statue feels. Greedy old fools.
They can still shake while all this.
Well,
is
how
going
else are you
on.
supposed to know that they're talking?
I mean, it's not like they have
Lip
you know,
syncing or
their-
anything.
Right.
Or beak syncing, I guess, in this case. Oh man, that's a thing that exists. What rubbish! You fought ghosts and okay, bring it back, Eli.
Yeah, and then Big Time doesn't look like he's... Big Time Beagle just looks pissy. He doesn't look surprised. He doesn't look like he's... He's the only one who looks like he would actually have been struck by a mid... He's the only one who looks like he was actually struck by something. This is just lazy art.
Glomgold looks stoned. Look at him.
He just looks like he's...
Oh my gosh.
Piggle... And how do their nameplates? Why do they disappear? Also, the fucking glutton and
they're all the same size, I know.
Yeah, but they're all the same size. That doesn't matter. They're the same number.
Was this level in the original game?
I don't recall. I never made it that far.
Fair enough.
I only ever rented the game, but I do remember Transylvania. I do remember getting through at least 4 of the levels.
Yeah.
When I was but a wee lad myself. Also, 3 minutes of some of the slowest talking ever.
So
It's bad storytelling because you can't tell what's going on just because. Good screenwriting 101.
Yep.
If you can tell what's going on and nobody's saying anything,
okay,
you've got a good.
This is what I'm
you've got a
confused
good
about.
setup.
Why does he need Glomgold's help?
Because Glomgold just got himself screwed over too.
No, but why does Scrooge need his help?
That dime's not worth 10 cents next to the safety.
Like, he's like, listen, help me. And I'm like, do you need his help?
He wants his help because, I don't know, Glomgold has much quicker manufacturing, I guess, if less reliable. I don't know.
I don't... Yeah, except they take his Scrooge's helicopter to Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, it's a enemy of my enemy because Magico just screwed over Glomgold and...
I don't know, man.
You rescue the lads, and the treasure is yours.
You keep up your end, and I'll keep up mine.
We'll work together while I run ahead and do absolutely nothing.
He does one thing in the whole level. Alright, you're about to see a very tired Eli playing this level.
I can tell you don't care about the...
But you'll also see me just kind of go through certain sections.
Yeah. You don't care about the treasure toll.
Not too much.
Not all of it. You're not spending 2.5 minutes just killing one duck. And you screw that one up anyway,
whatever.
but you don't care. You do not pause.
So you just take hits in this level.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of life. Where is it? There it is.
And you get this one.
I came up here for cake, but
Yeah.
even though I knew I was going to take a hit immediately afterwards.
Well, that's why you got the cake.
Because, like, unless you have a space to do the back-forth motion,
Back into it, McDuck.
like, you can't kill those bats unless without taking a hit. Unless you have a place to dodge them.
You go
Yep. And this is callback to, it's the Amazon, right?
Yep.
So instead of grassy ducks, you have lava ducks.
Yep, lava ducks.
Lava ducks over the... And of course they move about twice as fast as they should.
Well, that's the thing. I normally don't have a problem with this section. It's just on this particular run I did.
Yeah, because you were getting greedy like I did on Shovel Knight.
Yep.
Because if you just take your time, and then there's this shit.
Well, that's the thing about this game. You can't take too much time.
I'm growing old.
Yeah, you can't take too much time. You can't take too little time.
Hey,
you have to.
do you think the guys at Way Forward played that Donkey Kong Country Returns game?
Possible.
They might
Probable.
have done that.
But that's still.
Oh, here it is.
So
this
this-
is the one part he helps.
Watch where you're putting that thing,
Yeah.
Luigi.
That was it.
Yeah. Precision platform.
Yeah. Okay. So, first thing in this level, you see those big rocks?
Yep.
Insta-death.
Yep.
Now look,
Nothing else in this game is insta-death like that.
except for pits, and that's it. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a second cake.
So the cake makes absolutely no sense here.
Right. Because even if you took damage, you're dead.
Yes.
The only use it has is because I took damage before I got there.
Yep.
Now,
But apparently,
occasionally in this game, you've noticed it before, where I think I'm gonna land on top of an enemy and I'm just diagonal enough that I
to
don't.
get slapped. Yeah.
That happens occasionally with those rocks.
Yes. Yes, I know.
It's the most frustrating.
It happened to me. I know. I know so much. If you hate that, you would fucking detest playing it. I believe it was The Wizard of Oz on Super Nintendo,
Probably.
because that had some of the most ridiculously specific platforming you could ever.
It's I'm sure
Come
it's
across.
fairly similar to something you'll see later in this video.
Ridiculously specific platforming that made no sense considering the clunky ass controls.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call the controls in this game clunky. I wouldn't call them the smoothest either, but
Yeah. They are.
so this is
less
another
than-
part. If you do not jump right at the edge of that last block, then you will eat and die in the lava. Another like insta-death moment that's like you have to be on point.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm a busy duck.
Which,
That has been
I mean, I can understand. This is the last level.
Yep. Alrighty.
took you long
Right.
enough to catch up. What's the matter?
What?
Gold bricks in your caboose?
Oh, he's got gold in his arse.
You're not getting any younger.
Har, har,
yourself,
har.
you old windbag.
Like, this is literally two old people yelling at each other in a Walmart.
To lose the element of surprise.
Right, but they could have better writing.
Yeah, no, they could
were-
totally have better writing.
You have
Why does everyone put those kids in a cage?
Release my
Because
nephews, you
it's
evil
easier to hold
enchantress.
them despite the fact that they can easily climb out, even though they've got gigantic
Here
heads.
it is. Now let the boy
Ah.
It's been great doing business with you, Scroogey.
You too. You've been in cahoots from the beginning.
Here's the worst writing.
No, even before beginning. Do you remember who sold your painting and
No, you didn't show us this game.
Disguise, you fool.
Why, you...
Of course not.
No wonder it was such a bargain.
$5 painting for you saved expensive treasure hunting expedition for me.
It
And
hurts,
now,
doesn't it?
At long last,
Yes.
I am ready to use treasures to complete.
I mean, if they'd have shown it in a cutscene that was
Enough with the
more
smoke and mirrors,
quickly
Lieutenant.
paced than a
You've got my
slug.
dime. Now,
It's not so slow that you think it's glacial, but it's just slow enough to hurt.
Better to stick with
Right.
master plan.
It's
And there's no, like, investment in this story.
no investment in the story.
Oh, here's your excuse to fight Dracula, by the way.
Behold, it's Dracula.
Dracula Duck. I, Magic and Dispel, have summoned you to do my bidding. You must obey my will and mine alone.
You know, you'd think, like, even though he's a vampire, you'd think he'd be able to talk.
You destroy this meddling old fool.
But that would...
You'd think he'd be able to talk. You'd think that he'd look somewhat different than Scrooge with a fucking cape. But he's Scrooge with a fucking cape.
And fangs.
Not fail.
Right.
So this is how this fight goes. She gives him one of 3 potions. Yellow turns him into the giant, which then you gotta juke him a little bit, but it's kind of hard. Once you get his pattern
Yeah.
down, because he has 2 things. He'll either over jump it or he'll jump right on the money. When he jumps right on the money, you gotta duck, and when he over jumps it, you just gotta be walking in the other direction. But then you gotta bounce on top of
Bounce
one of
on
those
him.
bats, and then jump on him.
Yep. And you fail on both accounts.
You get plenty of tries, but if you miss enough times, he does just immediately go back into the next thing.
Power.
So, red potion turns him into bats. And
This is all he does. Now, here's the funny part. The wall only comes down when you enter the empty space.
so you can just stand there.
Well, I'm sure there's like an internal time limit that if you wait long enough, it will just go down on you. But
Yeah.
I once had to walk from one side of the screen to the other to reach the hole, and I still had plenty of time.
So, I mean, that one's fine.
Yeah, no, it's
That
fine.
one's fine.
You see, there's that diagonal shit again.
Well, that was just because you were too far away. But hitbox, that one I could see, but hitboxes. And green potion, he turns into a dragon.
Which makes 0 sense.
Yeah. Dragon that spits at you 5 times.
Green and red are the easiest to deal with. The yellow one's a little unpredictable at times, but
Now.
Yeah.
it's not so bad. See, this one I juke him.
Yep.
Sort of.
But Magica is, she's kind of a shitty wizard. If
She's a
her
ter-
potions only last.
So
like,
this is what took me so long to beat this guy.
Interfering old bat.
He gets second phase is he is 2 tiers up and you have to bounce off of 2 bats. I'm not the greatest at precision platforming, if you all didn't notice in this LP and the last one.
so is this going to be something where we have to speed up?
No. I
No?
did the appropriate cutting.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have used this clip of the boss fight if I didn't beat him. But by the
Okay.
time I finished the game, I had beaten him about 5 or 6 times. So, I got fairly consistent at beating him.
Okay.
It's
Also-
it's something else
Also-
that kept me.
So no, that right there is annoying
Oh yeah.
because it's just he targets the ground.
Yep.
You don't even have to touch him for it to matter. Like, if you touch the projectiles, it doesn't matter. It's only if you touch the shit on the ground.
Yep.
Even though they look like something that would damage you.
Yep. It was very unclear.
This game just makes me feel like Sideshow Bob
Oh
with
man.
the rakes.
Oh man.
Just,
All right,
Take your
kids.
steps.
All right, guess what he tells the kids to do?
Launch pad will be waiting to take you to safety.
All right, kids, go through this active volcano with spikes, lava, and insta-death.
yes.
Magic and glass.
Well, I mean, they're obviously more competent at that stuff than he is because they can use the background.
Oh, you're right. They'll take the path that Glomgold took.
Exactly.
Now, give me time.
Not till you give me those treasures. I want to be filthy, stinking rich.
You already are filthy, stinking rich.
But not as rich as that chiseler McDuck.
Really?
Where's the
Yeah. This is what they're
Greedy.
doing.
Yeah.
No more horseplay. I
So-
that time.
Part 1 of my anguish. This is a race.
Fool.
Yep.
till I get that treasure?
I will point out the spots.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That was fixed. None of you saw that. So you're about to watch me go through this
Up I go.
damn near perfectly.
Yep. Because you learn.
It's not a matter of learning. Occasionally, like I did learn, you're correct. But there are bits of that where I would jump and it would not grab the chain.
Me back to Duckburg.
And it would happen 4 times in a row.
Have a lovely time.
And I would lose. Because if you don't get it before them, it's life lost.
Fun.
Now this is the second
And-
part of my woes. Because screw this part of the level.
and
See-
that's
see-
exactly
yeah,
why.
see that? If you're not right on when you press the up to catch the chain, it won't catch the chain, and it's insta death.
Yep. Precision platforming expected out of children. I mean, that's a way to get longevity. But
So
I mean, when a grown-ass adult,
I have troubles. This gave me the
Yeah.
troubles.
don't say that about someone who's from the Scots Island area. The Troubles is not something to bring up.
I know.
I mean, granted, that's more an Irish thing than a Scottish thing.
Yeah. Especially Irish immigrants. Oh, jeez. There.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the win. You can't see the relief on my face. But I...
The number 1 dime. Return safe and sound.
I know. I beat this game myself. I know how terrible that escape was.
Come on now, boys.
It just...
Got to keep the treasure.
It's not...
But we had the adventure of
I
our
understand,
lifetime.
hey, this is your final
Got
challenge.
to share it together. You, Webber,
But the
Gates,
fact that you have to start the whole level over if you game over makes such a brutal challenge like that last bit
Indeed.
unforgivable.
No, come on.
Yeah.
It, like,
Home.
because it got to the point where I would just sleepwalk through the level.
Uh-huh.
Like, to the point where it was just like... Like, you probably saw it when that cut happened. I went from 0 lives to 2 lives. That's because that was a take
Yeah.
from when I just sleptwalked through the level and just... Got it.
Scrooge remains rich at Okay, so what international body decided to imprison Glomgold for that?
For stealing stuff that you took from while treasure hunting?
Put it on your bill.
Right.
You can
Also,
take it back in, oh, say,
why
25 years.
would they have a paddy wagon
Interest, of course.
that
I'll get you for this, McDuck.
all the way back at Scrooge's vault?
Yeah, did they just, like, hold Glomgold, like, hostage until then?
I never got tired of. Come on,
I don't know.
let's head to the ice
So Also, how the hell did they capture him? Because they were in... He and Magica were in 2 separate areas. And how did Magica not get captured? How did... So many questions. So many questions. So few answers. Oh, that shit-eating grin makes me want to punch my computer.
Alrighty,
oh
so I'm probably gonna cut out most of this because normally I'd show all of the credits.
You what? Know what? No. Screw this game. Good night. I'm out.
You're out. Yeah.
I'm
well,
out.
I was gonna say, and I'll just put it in here at the end of it. Zach called me on Discord about halfway through the credits, so I lost most of it. Anyway, good night, everybody.